Hey, you know what channel we haven't checked up on in a while? It's time to animal posting! Woo! Casual Geographic is back! Hooray! The one that I wanted to see was the how not to get unsubscribed by life by animals. How do you make... I can say this because we're on Twitch. How do I make an animal not kill me? All right, let's find out how to not die to an animal.
Well, with the recent upgrade in the production quality of my channel, I figured, why not have it probably got you here.
I tried to turn it up, and I saw a fucking moose with blood.
So here's how to survive a moose attack. You don't actually have a choice in the matter. You see, the key word here is attack.
Are moose that dangerous? Dude, okay, never mind. That's a dumb question. Also, I like this camera set where he's just barely peeking up. I did not realize how big moose are. Do you guys know how big a moose is? They're huge. Until you see one in real life, you don't understand it. It's like bigger than an SUV. It's fucked up.
The road to getting a moose aggravated often comes with a toll price of your life. And honestly, you're probably saying...
Oh my god! Dude, look at that! Imagine seeing a moose without ever... If you didn't know... Okay, I say this a lot, right? I talk about this a lot with animals. If you had never seen a dog before and you saw a dog, you'd be scared shitless. If you had never seen a moose, this is the first... Like, you're Lewis and Clark, scouting out America. You've never seen that before, and you see that? I would say there are fucking monsters in the forest. You would think it's a demon and you're in hell. Yeah, I would think that I died and forgot.
So the best way to survive a moose attack is to not even let it get to that point. So here are some signs that a moose is considering turning you from one of a kind to another in a pine. If a moose stops eating or drinking and suddenly stares at you, you got the moose's attention and it's in your life's interest to give it back. If a moose shows you the whites of his eyes, soon you'll be seeing the sight of God's skies. And if the ears are pinned back, his mind's on attack. And if a moose lowers his head and starts approaching you, that is likely the last warning that doesn't come with a hospital bill. Of course, none of that really matters because a four-legged armored truck with the ability to make conscious choices could just choose to charge you unprovoked.
She's smiling? I would not be smiling. Jesus Christ. Oh my god, nobody else is smiling.
Because there is no playbook in nature that the Messiah is going to follow. At which point, your options are limited, but you're going to want to get into a car, a shed, or a building, or at the very least put something between you
get in
and
the
moose,
shipping
like
container.
a tree or even a mailbox or something.
The moose, where the hell did that guy go?
However, the moose usually isn't trying to hurt you, so the less of a threat you are, the less danger you're in. Can't really say that for these guys, though. Here's how to survive a chimp attack. Yeah, funny thing about that, either you don't or you wish you didn't.
No, look, I'd rather die. Oh my god! Put that baby down! What are you gonna do with it? Stop smiling!
I actually have a list on how to survive a chimp attack, but if you're in a position where you can get touched up by one, then you've already ignored steps 1 through 5. Step 6 is to lease a coffin. But let's say you...
This guy's so funny.
You effed around and now you're trying not to find out. Don't smile or show teeth since this can be interpreted as a sign of aggression. It's their version of flashing your piece.
This music, I just realized the music.
There is one weakness chimps have that might just save you.
The neck. You hit the neck.
Because chimpanzees are built like...
Oh my god. Does he even have to try for that physique? Is this even an active lifestyle choice? That's insane. He doesn't even try. He just is built like that. He doesn't have to do anything to have it or maintain it. All he has to do is eat bananas and hang on a tree like an hour a day. Why the fuck are humans built like this? Why am I built so soft in the middle? And I have to I have to work out 18 hours a day to even come close to this. We're glass cannons, I guess. We build cannons. That's really the difference.
Angelo statues, their relatively low body fat and top-heavy body composition means chimps can't really swim. So if you happen to be near a body of water, diving into the deep end where a chimp can't follow you might be the only thing that saves you.
Ah, interesting. I didn't know that. That's a neat fact. Imagine being a chimp and getting in water for the first time. Fuck!
Now here's a video of a chimp doing exactly what I just said they couldn't.
Oh.
So I guess the real advice here is be an organ donor. Because at least whatever they find left of you can go on to benefit someone else.
dead.
It's not like
I died.
Now let's talk about bears.
I died.
You've probably heard the popular rhyme for bear safety, and that's, if it's black, fight back. If it's brown, get on the ground. And if it's white like a cloud, you're gonna die. But there are some misconceptions with this, and some of those misconceptions could get you put on.
Does he go through the Smash soundtrack? All of these are in Super Smash Brothers.
Black bears, you're gonna want to fight back. But that doesn't mean just start throwing hands at the bear, because a bear of any kind is folding any man like Sunday laundry. But what you want to do is make yourself look like a threat. Stand up tall, talk loud and firmly, and if you have a bag or a jacket or something, raise it over your head to make yourself look. Now with brown bears, you're going to want to get on the ground, but not for the reason some people might tell you. Some people say to play dead, since bears don't like to eat prey that's already past tense. Bears will eat literally anything, including other baby bears, so they're not about to miss out on free protein just because the expiration date might be off.
Stand tall. Coney is fucking dead. Mods, how do you let that one get through? How are you guys letting that pass? Huh? Can we go into shield mode? Free speech, gotta love it. We're supposed to get rid of this by now.
Why you actually get on the ground is to look as unintimidating and non-threatening as possible. So basically, none of the things you do with a black bear. You're gonna wanna lay down, clasp your hands around your neck, and then spread your legs to make it harder to flip you over.
Dude, I'd be mad as fuck, because I would see a bear, I'd be like, is he brown? Is he black? I wouldn't know what to do. God is trolling us. He's cheesing. Why is God trolling us by making two bears with different counterplay? Isn't that annoying? What if it's nighttime? I'm fucked. Is that a brown bear or a black bear? I'm dead. If it's brown, it will drown. Is that real? Did you make that up? I need you to tell me if you're joking, because you might be responsible for a death in this chat. I need you to be... You have a responsibility. If it's on the ground, play Earthbound. What does that... good game, I guess.
Especially since bears are the largest terrestrial predators on the planet while also having the endurance of a CrossFit junkie. And sometimes the bear will test their instincts by charging. Most charges, however, are bluffs, and the worst thing you can do for your health is do the race with a homicide case with paws.
Look at the baby bears. They're so cute. Why do baby bears act like Muppet babies?
Are bluffs, and the worst thing you can do for your health is...
They're all like peeking over at the same thing, and they all like, it's like an accordion unfolding. Do. Like,
but the best way to survive a bear attack is to avoid one in the first place.
Is to shoot it!
So if you're ever hiking in bear country, you're actually going to want to make noise. Which sounds counterintuitive, but making a lot of noise actually tells the bear where you are and allows it to avoid conflict in the first place. Also, since bears have a hypersensitive nose and sense of smell, carrying bear spray can be the difference between going home in peace and resting there in pieces. Predatory bear attacks on humans are rare, but when
that seagull is... so brave.
They do happen, someone gets put on the news. And that's why if the bear in your presence is a polar bear, then it's up. And by it, I mean your time on Earth. Polar bears are hyper carnivores, so while in area codes are omnivorous, polar bears are all meat all the time. On you. There is one tip that says polar bears have ADHD, and undressing and tossing articles of clothing will distract it long enough for you to escape. But unless you have like an unlocked car or a bear-proof house, all you've done is guarantee that you now die naked and cold. But yeah, if it's black, fight back. If it's brown, you better hug the ground. And if it's white like nose powder, then it's finna be your final hour.
I don't know when you would ever fight a polar bear. If I fought a polar bear, I'd be so mad. How did that spawn near me? What kind of rare encounter is that? Imagine you're in a forest and a polar bear pops up. Wow! What kind of glitch is this? Wow! Never fucking lucky. It can't even be a brown bear? Really? It has to be a polar bear. Wow. What if a polar bear spawned once every year? I would spend the whole 364 days planning for that.
Hippo attack. No. You're not going to. And if you're disappointed by that, then that's a failure of your own expectations.
Now I could be the
considering
hippo.
We're like halfway through the video, if you click genuinely looking for hippo advice, then I'm assuming you're watching this from God's data plan. Show me someone who survived a hippo attack, and I'll show you someone you should get lottery numbers from.
Swallowed 3 times? Like he got eaten all the way through 3 times? Arm, leg? I don't know. You don't know.
Ironically, in this entire video, the cougar might be the most survivable out of any animal here. The rules for surviving a cougar are pretty simple. Try to travel in groups, avoid being out at dawn or dusk, and if one tries to offer you a drink, just remember nothing in this life is free. Now, when surviving the actual cats, the rules are a little different. You see, cougars are actually naturally wary of people and are perfectly happy avoiding humans.
Oh my god.
It's likely you accidentally stumbled into some cubs and now you gotta see the mama about it.
Cats look so goofy, dude, when they try to fight.
Presses you like in this video, it's likely you accidentally...
Where his ears go, old dumbass? You look like a seal. Stupid ass cat. Who are you scaring? Not me.
You can also throw things not at, but near the cougar. However, if you crouch down to pick something up or take your eyes off the cougar, then you've broken 2 rules in 1 move.
Why not at the cougar? Why does that have to be near it?
Just keep moonwalking and understand that if the cougar wanted you off the census, you'd already be trending on Twitter. This advice pretty much applies for big cats too. However, if you find yourself staring down a lion, first of all, it probably took a lot of bad life decisions to end up there, and it's likely your fault.
I don't like how locked in this lion is. This is freaking me out, actually. I don't know if I've ever seen an animal video where they're so staring. Look at this. Watch this. Just look at the lion, okay? Oh my god.
But pay attention to its tail. If it's swaying from side to side, that means the lion feels threatened, which is good because that means it can still be negotiated with. But if the tail's rigid and not moving at all, then it's likely a predatory encounter, in which case the only thing up for negotiation will be the cost of your casket.
Oh.
In tiger country, it's often advised to wear a backwards mask to convince the ambushing big cat that it's already lost the element of support.
Mr. Beast! You got all these Mr. Beast masks. Huh? Did he drop those? What the fuck? I gave 1,000 people my face. So they don't get attacked by cougars.
But with tiger attacks on the rise, it's likely the striped demons are calling the bluff.
That's
Bluffing's
funny.
probably your only option against a kangaroo.
Oh, fuck!
Convince the steroid rabbit that you're as little of a threat as possible. And you do that by avoiding eye contact and not facing the macropod directly.
Aw.
And if a kangaroo starts putting the paws on you, you're gonna want to curl into a
Give
ball,
me my
take the hits,
keys.
and pray. Because if the kangaroo hauls off and kicks you,
Give me
you're
my
probably
keys,
not getting
bro.
back
Ooh.
up. But if you want a kangaroo cheat code, lower your head, keep your hands close to your body.
Bro, they're dogs. Kangaroos are dogs. It looks like my dog.
Deep cough is similar to the sound
They're
weaker males
deer?
make.
That's true. No, you're right. You're right. They're deer. We talked about this last time. They're bouncy deer. We talked about this last time. Yep.
To submit to a bigger, stronger alpha-roo. It's basically giving the kangaroo the right of way. As you can see, this woman failed to cough and now
Kapow!
she's coughing up a kidney. So I guess with kangaroos you have two choices. You can either have a coughing fit or be fit in a coffin. But you don't have options when you're dealing with the most dangerous animal humanity's ever seen.
Is it
And that's
man?
because it's humanity itself. So if you ever happen to wake up and find that you're a wild animal, here's how to survive a human attack.
Oh,
First
hell
is to
yeah.
understand that you are likely screwed, and any outcome that doesn't end in one less of you likely will end in something worse. And the sooner you can accept that, the sooner you can be at peace. An unarmed human might seem like an easy W. Until you realize that humans work as a massive monkey mafia, where if you hurt or murk one of their own, they exterminate your entire family. And honestly, that's the nicest thing they'll do.
that's
Because
kinda
the other
cool,
option involves
actually.
being
That's
captured
true.
and taken as a spectacle in their society, where they will imprison you, break you down, and punish you for being yourself.
Hooray!
It's like this, but the
I don't know,
worst-
bro. I kind of want to be an orca here. This seems kind of cool. I get to be part of the show. Free fish.
part of it all, when the deuces hit the fan and someone gets put on a shirt, they'll blame you for being what you've always been. They'll slaughter hundreds of millions of your kind and then gaslight you to convince themselves that you're the problem. All while actively destroying the natural order that existed billions of years before them.
This dude, he's saying, bruh, I didn't do this.
So the only way to survive a human attack is to readjust your goals and just enjoy the show before a hairless oppression monkey with a superiority complex comes by and cancels it.
You know that bit that I always say where it's like, you know, imagine seeing an X for the first time ever and not having any concept of what it is, like a dog, right? You see a moose for the first time, you don't know what a moose is. You think it's a demon. That's a wild animal most times. There's got to be a benevolent animal, right? Mr. Man! Mr. Man!
So in honor of us reaching 1 million subs twice, and also since my mom said I should make more lighthearted videos so she doesn't have to lose sleep to support her son, here are the top 10 most wholesome animals you'll find in nature.
One of my favorite, I don't know why this reminded me of this, one of my favorite genres of shitpost is like, it's like a cat doing a very cute thing, or like a dog doing something very cute, and then somebody's like, hey, I'm actually a dog expert, and that dog is scared to death.
At number 10 is an animal you probably wouldn't even expect in a video like this.
Really? What is their deal? Why
Honestly,
is
you couldn't
everybody...
name 5 animals that have a worse PR team than bats.
Oh, never mind, it's bats.
But not only do they have a strong case for one
Aw.
of the most wholesome, you could also argue that bats may be one of the most impactful animals on Earth.
Look at the baby.
Chances are your breakfast was brought to you by bats. Enjoying a mango smoothie on the beach? You're probably drinking the fruit of this fur kite's labor.
Aw.
Ever get some liquid courage in you, drunk text your
Thank
ex,
you.
reconcile, work through your issues, grow together as people, only to ultimately get married and start a life together? Yeah, probably not. But if you did, better invite a bat to the reception, because without them pollinating the plant agave, there'd
Oh, look at his leg. Ugh.
many bats help keep the mosquito population
Aw.
in check. Mosquitoes which also happen to be air Ubers for diseases like Zika and West Nile. But none of that really matters because bats were guaranteed a spot on this list off.
That's my favorite bat. My favorite bat is one that looks like a dachshund. If you cropped out the face, I would think that was a tiny dog.
Now, who didn't think cats were going to end up on this list?
Boo.
The animal that could probably
I used to
murk
be a cat guy. I'm
in
not
our
a
sleep
cat
managed
guy.
to finesse its
Boo,
way into
cats.
over 30 million homes in the U.S. alone.
Cats kill so many endangered birds. Dude, Australia hates cats. Because now I say this bit every stream. But all of Australia's like wildlife are just different sizes of mouse.
And that's not even mentioning all the stories of cats valuing human lives enough to risk their own. Tara the cat went viral after saving her 4-year-old human from an attacking dog.
Oh my god.
Oreo here did the same, but instead of a dog, he took on a venomous rattlesnake to defend his family. And when
Really?
Rich Chap suffered a near-fatal heart attack, it was his cat Buddy that saved his life by running across the house and getting his wife's attention. For an animal that looks constantly done with everything,
I didn't know
cats
cats
really
did
are
that.
just nature's tsundere.
I thought my cat was waiting for me to die so he could eat my face. Joke's on him, he died first.
Could you imagine a seahorse seeing another seahorse and then making it work? Well, he wasn't exactly lying. Seahorses are famous for two things.
Oh my god.
One is that
pretty.
it's actually the guys that are the ones that get maternity leave.
What
Two
is
is that they're
the dude
monogamous.
shooting
One is
ropes.
that it's actually
What
the guys
fuck?
that are the ones that get
Dude, all out in the ocean like that? I swim there. Can you stop?
Of course, a healthy relationship doesn't just happen, which is why every morning seahorses will reinforce their pair bond with a dance. They often
Aw.
intertwine their tails and even sometimes change colors as they mirror each other's movements in their version of a waltz. It is aggressively wholesome.
That's
And then there's the
cute.
fact that males are the
Stop!
ones that give birth. The pangolin earns the distinction of being the most polite animal I've ever seen.
No.
This is the look of an animal patiently waiting for his mom to get off the phone so he can ask her for $10 to buy flowers for his middle school crush.
Aw. You know what it is? It's the hair, I think. The hair is so sweet. Look at that.
To protect their claws, they often walk around on two legs, and the result is that they look like the embodiment of, "Excuse me, I don't mean to bother you." There's also the fact that underage pangolins are known as pankapups, and they'll often hitch a ride and even nap
I
on
do
their
love
mother's tail.
sand
If there's
slush.
anything
No,
negative
sand
about this
shrimp.
turtle
I don't
gerbil,
like
I'm
sand
Helen
slush.
Keller to it. But because we can't have nice things, pangolins are the second most trafficked mammal by humans. The most trafficked are humans themselves, which is what inspired this group of men from protecting this pretty privileged pinecone from perilous poachers. To raise awareness of their efforts, a photographer did a photo shoot of these men with, of course, their pangolins. Even with their
Aw, I want a
population threatened, you
pangolin.
can still count this live-action Pokemon to put a smile
When do
on
I
your
get a fucking pig?
That's-
I've wanted a pig for 2 decades, dude. When are they gonna make me a domestic pig that doesn't get too fat? Yeah, I want a pig that stops growing. They did it for dogs. Why can't I get one with a pig?
This might be an unexpected addition on this list, because chimpanzees are some of the most violent and homicidal things with a pulse. One of the worst ways to meet your higher creator is to have a chimpanzee book the appointment. Yet somehow an animal directly related to them is a perpetual pacifist. At number 6 is our closest cousin in the animal world, the bonobo. They look like
Oh. I thought it was bonobo. It's bonobo?
Unlike other matriarchal social circles, not all the females in the bonobo
It doesn't
circle
matter.
are necessarily
Okay.
related.
It
But while there
probably-
is a hierarchy, they do look out for each other. High-ranking females
Aw.
will often even defend newcomers from the unwanted advances of males. And instead of castrating
Damn.
each other like their murderous cousins,
Girl
bonobos
boss.
solve conflicts with affection. They are the hippie chimps of the Congo.
Okay,
Swans
good
are
for
often
them.
considered the mascot of peace, love, and loyalty. I rebuke that. Swans are mean-spirited, cute
No, I
tips
don't like
drunk off
swans.
pretty privilege.
They look pretty, though.
Before a bird that apparently
I'm not a
mates for
bird
life,
guy.
swans actually have a divorce
Boo
rate
birds.
of about 5%.
Oh,
But the
never
most
mind.
faithful of the birds is the albatross, with a divorce rate between 1 and 3%.
Albatross?
The albatross will spend years waiting for the right mate. These seabirds can easily live into their late 50s, so if they got one thing, it's time. Once 2 albatrosses do pair up, the
They
performance
look
is
like that?
synchronized.
I don't think I've ever seen an albatross.
And with their lifespan, these couples often spend decades raising chick after chick. Breakups are rare, and it's usually a result of multiple years
Aw.
of breeding failure.
Oh, look at... Oh, proud parents. That's adorable.
It takes a lot for me to give a bird props, and the albatross 100% earns it.
Cute.
It wasn't a matter of if, but when Quackles were going to make an appearance.
This is a meme
Google
animal.
the
I
happiest
don't like
animal on
quackles.
earth, and you'll get one trying to bear hug you through this.
I'm not a quokka guy. I don't like them.
In fact, you're probably surprised, not that Quackles are here,
They
but
look
that they're
devious?
not ranked higher. Well, there's always going to be people
mean,
that
they're
take
cute,
things
I
too
guess,
far, and
but
that
they're
often
like-
gets them attacked by Quackles, and
They're
oftentimes
too
it's the children getting...
wholesome. You know, it's like capybaras. I don't like capybaras either, and they're probably gonna be up here.
Google "we don't deserve" and it'll autofill dogs in your search box. Google knows what's up. The irony is that the animal we got dogs from had every reason to hate us. Thousands of years ago, wolves and
Wait,
humans
is
hunted
dogs
the same
number
prey and were each
3?
other's biggest competition.
I mean, they're cute. 6 spots above cat, by the way. L cats.
Another experiment showed that dogs actually preferred interacting with individuals who use high-pitched baby voices with them instead of those who use normal, deeper voices.
Oh, really?
But my personal favorite, when a dog and its owner make eye contact, both bodies release oxytocin, which is considered a love hormone, which just so happens to be the same one released when a mother and a newborn interact.
I want to go look at my dog now.
We have service dogs, emotional support dogs, medical response and police dogs.
I feel bad for dogs. Imagine being a dog with a job. That sucks.
The silver medal of wholesomeness goes to the capybara. No matter where this plus-size guinea pig
meme
pulls
animal,
up, it's always
Reddit
with good
animal,
vibes and
Reddit ass
conflict.
animal.
There are entire threads of cappies
IT worker be like, oh, it's just like me.
bothered. The thing is, they could be a complete menace and it'd be totally justified. Capybara live in one of the most dangerous neighborhoods in the world. And
Oh my god, that's a real animal. I thought this was like a thing from Zootopia. What is that face?
Aside from that, a happy cappy is one of the most wholesome sights in nature.
I guess.
But they just barely miss out on the #1 spot.
Please be good.
Of course the manatee was going to be #1. My personal bias would allow no other outcome.
Yeah, so are these mermaids? I guess we don't know. I don't have any pirates from the 18th century. But is this confirmed? Are these mermaids? Lo, a sea maiden. Imagine being so horny. You're on a pirate ship and you see that and you're like,
Dogs kill thousands of people a year, and someone in the world right now is walking around with a scar from not respecting a quokka's space. But you won't find a person who's been seriously hurt by this gentle giant.
He can't.
Because in a world full of darkness, the sea squishy is a beacon of positivity.
I don't
But
think
that's
so.
going to do it for this video.
I think that's the result of a cruel god. Hey, this guy's channel is great. If you want to check it out, go to Casual Geographic on YouTube and subscribe. I sure did, as did 2.73 million other people. Go look at it. I think he's got big on TikTok or whatever. He's great. Go watch Casual Geographic. This might go on YouTube, maybe. I don't know. If it is, thanks for watching. Subscribe here too, I guess. Goodbye. You already clicked off. Well, if you didn't, you stuck around. Goodbye. Bye. Bye, YouTube. Goodbye.